We're now going to consider straight lines in the form of y equals a plus bx, where b is the slope, as we have said earlier on, and a is going to be the intercept for the vertical axis. And the vertical axis here has been labelled as y, so it is the y-intercept. It has the coordinates 0, a. The example here says, write the equation of the straight line by its y-intercept and slope. We have been told the y-intercept is -3. The y-intercept is what we are calling a, so a equals -3, and the slope is what we're calling b, b equals -4. So we have the general equation y equals a plus bx. In this case, we've said a is -3, and we've said b is -4. Substituting in those two values, I get the equation y equals -3 minus 4x. In the second example, we're told, write down the intercept and slope of the straight line graph defined by the following equation. And we're given the equation y equals 0.5 plus 7.4x. Compare this with y equals a plus bx. So the a is 0.5. The b is 7.4. So I can say a is the y-intercept, and that y-intercept will equal 0.5. The b is the slope, and the b is equal to 7.4. Now we're going to consider sketching the straight lines. To sketch a straight line, you need to have 2 points that are on that straight line. You plot the 2 points, and then you rule your straight line through them. Where possible, identify the y-intercept. You substitute any x value, pick any number for x into an equation, and that will give you a y value. You now have an x and y value for a point. That gives you a second point. Draw the 2 points on the graph. In other words, if you had this point here as a y-intercept and that point there, you then draw a straight line through those 2 points, and you write the equation of the straight line. For this example, you have been asked to sketch the graph y equals 8 plus 2x. The first thing we're going to do is, because we've been given the equation, we can identify the y-intercept. If you remember, y equals a plus bx. So the y-intercept is 8. As a point, we can write that as 0, 8. To draw our straight line, we need 2 points. We have one that we have just found from the y-intercept, so we're going to pick another point. To find this other point, what we're going to do is pick any number for x. So e.g., x is equal to 3. If x is equal to 3, I substitute that into the formula y equals 8 plus 2x. 2x means 2 times x. X is equal to 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. That gives me the point 3, 14. Now I have 2 points. I would rule up my axes. X is horizontal, y is vertical. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In blue, 0, 8 is this point I've just drawn in. 3, 14, so across 3 and up to 14 is this point I've just drawn in there. I'm going to label the 2 points with their coordinates, 0, 8 and 3, 14. Then I would rule a straight line through those 2 points. In the example you've been given, they didn't use the point 3, 14. They used another point. They used the point 5, 18. If I extended my line, 5, 18 would also be on the straight line. If I used, for instance, x equals 2, I would get y equals 8 plus 2 times 2, which is 12. That would give me the point 2, 12. If I went up 2 and across 12, you can see 2, 12 is on my straight line. It does not matter what value of x I pick, I will get another point on the straight line.